Now what we're doing today, pretty busy day actually ahead of me. I got a couple different things on the agenda, which is cool. I know I kind of talked on Instagram about heading up to Florida this weekend, but timing wasn't right. I had some ranges to go to, and it didn't make sense to go up this weekend, being that I wouldn't have that much time up there anyways. So next weekend we're definitely gonna spend some good time up there in Florida. But as you noticed, I moved the shelf from my kitchen into the room here. I'm gonna make that kind of like a fishing shelf. I'm gonna move a lot of my tackle bags. I have to clean up this nightmare of a mess going on right here and move a lot of the stuff from the tackle bag into that shelf. I also got this sweet new little painting from Hobby Lobby, thanks to them. Now, if you guys saw on Instagram, I posted that as well. I didn't really know where to put it, but I think that spot kind of lights pretty good with All Glory in the background and multicam hats, camo hats and stuff. Looks real good. So I'm gonna kind of finish that up, kind of show you guys a closer look at that. Gonna organize some tackle, getting a tattoo on the forearm, and then get some food and hang around. Might hit some golf balls, play a little golf. We'll see what our day consists of. So we have some fun stuff to do today. So here is the full setup, all done and complete. Bring out on my lens since my focal lengths are just all messed up on this lens. Now obviously this shelf is kind of like the brand new edition, which is like the focus. Now I did have it out here, right where that cooler, and I had it right here just for, you know, keys, jackets, hats, shoes, whatever. And I just figured I could get a really good use out of it in here with all my fish and stuff. Now I usually get a lot of clutter right here, and I planned on using just this drawer as like the fishing bench style area, I guess you could say. But I think I could get a lot better stuff put up into this shelf, which is what I'm gonna try to organize and push around. And in here is where a lot of the empty boxes are at that I have to put a lot of this stuff that's up here into. So a lot of organization that needs to happen, but my main concern with using this shelf is the stench of soft plastics. I don't want my room to smell like a bait shop. It's just kind of why I always have them tucked into the tackle bag or have the boxes tucked away in here. But I like keeping stuff in the tackle bag because it's easier just to grab the bag and go, rather than going into here referring what baits I need and all that. I just noticed that TV was on. So again, tackle bag, which is my daily carry as far as bringing all my stuff around all the local lakes, ponds, rivers, streams, etc. And cool thing, I have this little Dymo label maker. Now this labels on here have been there probably since 2013, I'd say. Been on there quite a little while, back like when my last tournament season ended before I joined the Army. So we're just gonna update some of these boxes with some new tabs. As I stated before, we're gonna put a lot of this stuff up on the shelves and see how it looks when we're finished. Alright, so here's some progress. I haven't labeled anything because I thought about it and I was like, you know what, I've got a ton of different stuff that I have coming in. You know, different packages and stuff of baits that are coming in, so I'm going to kind of wait till all those go. But I was able just to kind of put everything up here. So here's the full shelf. It's, I think it's a 6-foot shelf, 6 by 2.5 foot. I just got the camera bag, some reels that I'm working on. I'm trying to bring my Extreme back to life with another Extreme I came across. As you can see, the line guide actually moves, if that would focus. You can see that this one's line guide actually goes back and forth, opposed to mine just stays still. So I'm gonna try to pull the part out of this reel, put it in the other one. And then just some other boxes. These are like the 6 main ones that I carry on a daily basis. Everything from crankbaits. This one's kind of stuffed with jerkbaits, rattle traps, and frogs, all the other hard plastics. Speedworms, flukes of that nature, some creature baits, jigs, and then obviously terminal tackle. Then down here, I have the 4 3600 boxes that I got from Dick's. Bought 3 of them for like 12 bucks, got the 4th one free. Haven't even filled them yet. I have an empty guide series box, and then this full one that just has a ton of plastics stuffed up in it as well. And these are cool because they're double-decker boxes. They hold a lot of good stuff. And then all my bulk plastics, all the bitter stuff, speedworms, flute, speedworms, jerk baits, got some crawls in there, frogs as well as their hog bait, so all the bulk style there, spinner baits, buzz baits, and then there's a package from Fishing Care Package, which you'll see in a future video, then the bag on the bottom. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it looks good, comes together nice and holds everything a lot neater than that big old shelf there on the bottom. So like a scent test, kind of like how I was talking about earlier, is I'm kind of curious to see what the stench of all the soft plastics in this small enclosure are going to be like. But I do have a pretty good AC vent going with a lot of airflow through here. We can't open the windows in this building because it will mess around with the AC system. So that's one letdown of it. So I'm gonna go get some food. I'm getting hungry here organizing all this stuff. I'm gonna get some food. I need to stop by the store and pick up some cleaning goods for tomorrow. And then from there, we'll kind of button everything up, shoot out some info y'all's way, and tons of giveaway stuff coming as well, which is the second part of this video. But let's get rolling. Let's go get us some food. Pow! Weather today is supposed to be real cloudy, but on the bright side of things, it is not supposed to be too hot. We're on that point of the time here in the south where it's just dreadful hot, and like the birds don't fly. You don't see anybody outside being, you know, talkative, being friendly neighbors. Nobody comes outside. It's getting to that point where all you want to be is 6 feet under in the water, in the cold water. So I'm in the old rental, in a Ford Focus. I got strapped down with all the camera gear, rods, tackle bag. Even got myself an entire snack bag down there. So preparation is key, my friends. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna make my way towards the lake. You're probably gonna see us on the lake with my chest cam. So until then, we'll catch you out there. Go. That's a good one. All right, that's what I'm talking about. I knew I should have recorded. Dang. That's a good fish right there. Choked that jig. Choked it. Little booyah jig, a little crawl trailer on the back from Yum. He smoked it right off this grass. That's all I'm doing is just flipping that jig off these grass lines. I'm out here, huge rainstorm just stopped, and smoked this solid fish. Probably a good 2-pounder. He's been stuck before right there on the top lip. The bass are they're like so silver and clear in this lake. Good first fish though. That's all I'm doing is just flipping off of these edges. Technique that I've been catching a lot of fish on, and figured I could catch them pretty good on a jig, and fish one on one. So when I'm making really long pitches, 5 to 10 yards, I'll usually try to pitch it along the shoreline. That way I'm covering all of this shoreline, all of this grass. But when I get into more of the thicker stuff that kind of goes out farther in the lake, I like to kind of veer in on that and fish a little bit slower and really hit more spots on it, because you really never know where that fish might be laying in that particular grass. But on this, where you just have a flat from each side of the lake all the way down, you can just make long pitches. I don't really like to cast it. Long pitches, and you're able just to work that bait right back along the grass. And if he sees that jig coming across, 9 times out of 10 you're going to stick him. But you definitely want to keep an eye out for any visible structure like a bush or any hard cover that the fish might relate to, and really work that spot really well. Sometimes it's hard to really vein in on exactly what the fish is relating to until you catch a couple, which is the issue I am here. Well, y'all, fishing was pretty slow. Not so much slow. I caught that one good fish you saw on a jig, and then I caught a smaller fish, about probably like 12 and a half, 13 inches or so. And I actually caught that one on a far cast. Now, so I came back here and I still kind of want to show off the fishing shelf one last time. Now, a couple days ago, I mean, I understand this is a full vlog that I have together, but I started with the shelf, but I've added a ton of additions, and clearly I love my hats. As you guys know, I always wear my hats, and there's some of the Bass All Year edition hats here. That's the gray, light gray with the black logo, and then a khaki with a light tan, and the green and tan logo, which is kind of like the logo you see on the Instagram minus the digital pattern there. Our reels that need to be filled in, they need new friends with new rods, so you guys can kind of tell where I'm going with that. I always use this Abu Garcia reel oil. This is always the stuff I buy. I usually find it at Bass Pro for like $5 a bottle, but I have been able to find it online before as well. But in here is just all the line. I've got some terminal tackle that I'm messing around with for a future video. Glasses case. This is pretty cool. I snagged this little, I think it's a 3400 series Plano, and it's got like my boat registration, fishing licenses, permits, and on-post fishing permits and all that good stuff. A little label maker, which I still have yet to really accomplish because I haven't figured out exactly how I want to organize a lot of tackle. I want to bring a lot of stuff back from Florida, and also a lot of stuff that I'm gaining to put into these boxes, so I don't want to pre-label those. And then these are the 6 boxes I talked about earlier. I just don't know how to label them, man, because I have so many versatile baits in there. I mean, this is filled with flukes and swim baits. That's filled with speed worms and creature baits. And then, like I said, this box, it's got everything. It's got hollow body frogs, rattle traps, poppers, jerk baits. I mean, loaded with stuff. And here's your sneak peek for your next video. 3 packages in. Obviously last month's lucky and this month's lucky, so we're going to be going over those in a different vlog. Stay tuned for all those. Some reel boxes, again, spinnerbaits, all that haven't moved. The bag down there, which is where I put a lot of the bulk plastics. So my scent test went well. My room stays at a pretty much, well, it's a little hot right now. Usually it's about 69 to 70, 71.4. It stays pretty cool in here to the fact it's not gonna, things aren't gonna really warm up too bad to where the baits are gonna start getting stinky, sticking that. So it's in a good AC controlled environment, which is good for the plastics, good for the baits. They're not gonna stink up like that. And one last thing, my dad actually found this in his garage. It is an old Pelican Pro case. As you can tell by that logo is not even hanging around anymore. But I don't know how he got it. He's probably had it for years and been hiding around. But I gotta super glue that foam up top. But I mean, he's got all, you know, all the foam in here that hasn't even been pricked apart. I mean, there's little squares in here that you just pull out and shape to whatever item you're gonna put in here. So I'm gonna put a spot for my camera, a spot for the GoPro, and then the laptop there in the middle, if it fits that way. If not, I'll just do the camera and the GoPro. Plus, it's a pretty big Pelican. I can hold a ton of stuff in here. And just so you guys don't ask about it later, there's the tattoo update. I don't really have a before photo besides on my phone. You guys can probably just go back through Instagram and stalk the pages, either my personal or the Bass All Year Fishing page, and see what it looked like before. And I actually didn't realize how bad it looked until I had this artist redo it here. So it's pretty cool looking now. Looks a lot more vibrant, a lot more detail to it. Other than that, guys, that is it for today. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching Bass All Year channel today. Stay tuned. Again, I got a couple good cool fishing videos, style tackle videos coming out, as well as a pond fishing video, and as well as another good bass fishing video. So y'all make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you enjoyed this style of vlog. Again, I don't push out vlogs a lot, but I try to make them long and detail filled and not boring, so you guys don't fall asleep watching this thing. If you made it all the way through, awesome. Again, guys, until next video, thanks again for all your support. Thanks again for staying tuned. We will see you guys come next time. Till then, tight lines, tear them up out there. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.